the Patriots and Drake Maye, they look like a solid team right now. I, more than anybody, am shocked by this. I mean, I had hope. I knew they were going to be a lot better than they were last year. But as I said previously, I didn't think they would be having the success they were having so soon in the season. But they're having it. Drake Maye and Josh McDaniels seem to have figured things out. They're spreading the ball around to lots of people. They still can't really run the ball. Not sure why that is, because they're able to pass block and keep Drake Maye relatively clean and give him time to complete balls downfield. Amazing at throwing the long ball and probably doing it better than anybody at this point. Talked about people starting to whisper about him potentially being in the MVP consideration. And right now, you can't really argue with the success that he's had. I'm not sure that that's going to be the way. Patrick Mahomes is making a case for MVP. Baker Mayfield's had a pretty good year. But Drake Maye's right there with them. And the Patriots are playing above and beyond what I thought at this point. And they're solidly in first place in the AFC East. And, hoping that they continue that this week. They got to beat the teams they're supposed to beat. They're supposed to beat the Saints. They're supposed to beat the Titans. And they did. And now let's see, as they start to get in these games and they get some division games coming up, let's see how they do. And who knows? Maybe the Patriots are back in the playoffs this year. But it's early in the season. Anything can happen. So I'm not going to get too excited, but feeling real good right now the way the Patriots are playing. So as good as I'm feeling about the Patriots, the Giants, on the other hand, oh man, that was one of the toughest losses I've ever seen. 19-0 lead in the fourth quarter. Wind up giving up 33 points to the Broncos. Bright side, they did score 32 points, but it was really bad. That interception on third down, Jackson Dart, when they're trying to run the clock out. I don't know why they're throwing the ball in that situation. Just run the ball. Get the Broncos to call their timeouts. Get to use up the clock. There's no reason for him throwing the ball there in that situation. They're putting too much on him. He's a good quarterback. He's clearly got the skills. He can throw the ball. He can run when he has to. But no Malik Neighbors. It showed in this week. Cam Scatterboo did okay. They weren't really able to run the ball as successfully as they had the last couple of weeks. But there's no reason to put Jackson Dart in that situation where he should be throwing the ball for a first down when you're really probably going to punt anyway. So let's run the ball. Let's waste the clock. And then the Broncos don't have enough time to get that play off at the end. But the biggest thing is that kicker, I don't know his name. I know he's number 99. But if he's on the Giants this week, I will be shocked. And Daboll should be fired immediately for keeping that kicker around. He missed 2 extra points after touchdowns. That would have won them the game. Minimally, they should have played overtime, and it should have been 33-33 and had an overtime period and give them a chance. But, man, missing that extra point, that was one of the worst misses of an extra point in a crucial situation for a team that is clearly on the rise. Their defense is playing really well. They really needed that win. They've got the toughest schedule in the league. We've talked about it before, and they've been in a bunch of these games. They could just as easily be 4-3, in my opinion, as 2-5, but they're not. They're 2-5. That was the kind of loss that could ruin your season. So I'll be looking to see how the Giants come out in week 8 and rebound from that horrifying loss that they had.